Spengler here, author of Whack Addicted to Internet Porn. I'm talking today about sharing your story, sharing your journey with other people, which as an addict I think is very important. I personally had sexual dysfunction for several years that was caused by my compulsive porn use. And though I didn't know it was caused by porn at the time, I still couldn't open up to anybody. I couldn't tell my story. I wanted to appear strong and whole and successful. I didn't want to appear weak or vulnerable or in need of help. And I thought that once I was able to find a way through my issues on my own and put them in my past, I would be able to open up and tell people my story. But while these problems were present in my life, I just couldn't take off my armor. What I didn't realize then is that as an addict or as a person struggling with any big problem in their personal lives, sharing it with others can be very important to getting past it. It's like turning on the light in a dark room to realize that something you thought was really scary, a monster, is actually much less daunting than you thought it was. That's the power of having people on your team. You see, the key of this is that at the time I was weak and I wanted to appear strong. Now I am strong and I don't care if I appear weak. And trust me, that feels a lot better. The way I started this process is by writing my story down and sharing it at an online anonymous support community. I link to a couple about porn addiction in the description. Now, by writing your story down in a narrative format, you come to understand yourself better and you come to understand your relationship with your addiction at a much deeper level. And by sharing it with other people, you see that there are many others out there with similar experiences and problems. You're not alone. And in large part, they're not judging you harshly for your problems. They want to help. But it's also very important to share with people in your real life who you see person to person. Not only because these are the people best equipped to help you, but also because this is a process of self-acceptance. And to really share yourself and bare yourself like this to people in your real life, you have to first accept yourself. And by accepting yourself, you allow yourself the opportunity to grow and to change into someone you'd rather be. Not everyone will accept who you are. Some people may not want to be associated with you anymore. This is rare, however. But even if it happens, it should still be a positive experience. Because even if they didn't accept you, you accepted yourself. However, many people will see you as having courage after you share your story. Most everyone on this earth goes around wearing armor that they hardly ever take off. What they don't realize is that this armor not only protects them and keeps them safe, but that it also prevents them from reaching other people and forming genuine connection. When they see someone brave enough to take off their armor, they admire that courage and they want to be associated with that. Especially if you have a romantic partner, it is crucial that you open up and share your story. The weight of a secret addiction will weigh down on a relationship. Many of my own relationships have withered and died because I wasn't courageous enough to talk about my problems. And I've seen many other relationships go the same way. Don't make that mistake. Especially in the arena of porn addiction and sexual dysfunction. Our romantic partners are the ones best equipped to help us move forward, get past our issues. But they can only do this if they understand us, if we open up and allow them to help. And another advantage of this process is that being vulnerable, showing people trust, is one of the best ways to form deeper connections and more intimate relationships with people. If they see that you trust them enough to share your weaknesses, they might just reciprocate in return. And that's how we form deeper bonds with people. I've shared my story with all my friends, my family, everyone but my grandmother. Strangers on the street, romantic partners, and people in large part are interested. They want to learn more. And once I tell them my story, they tell me their own stories. And this way you get past the superficial level of human interaction and reach what really matters. And that can be very enriching. I want you guys to experience this as well. Now, some people will be uncomfortable with this topic and won't want to hear about it. And if they don't want to hear about it, don't tell them. But also, don't be afraid to show people who you really are if they're willing to see it. Good luck, you guys. subscribe, or else you'll miss the next episode.